What's going on, guys? It's Mr. Affleck9916, and welcome back to another episode of Euro Truck Simulator 2 Hard Economy Mod. We are here in Finland. In the last episode, we got to Finland for the first time. Now we're going to explore more of it in this episode, enjoying this Beyond the Baltic Sea release. I've picked up a delivery. We're going to be taking empty pallets from Leyte over to Tampere. So that's going to be our first delivery today. We'll probably fit 2 in the episode. Of course, yet another upload for me. Let's go ahead and get this parking brake off and get out of here. We had some problems getting into here yesterday, didn't we? That was quite a mess. Now we just gotta make sure we can get out okay. Yep, looks good. But yesterday uploaded 2 videos, so that was kind of nice. I know it was like an hour and a half of video in one day for you guys, so I'll try not to make this one too long, because trying to counter it out in one way or another. But I will say that it was nice to be able to be able to play that much in one day compared to what I normally do. I mean, I'm enjoying the new map expansion a lot, so just trying to get as much in as I can. But I hope you guys are having a good Friday afternoon. We'll have more videos coming on Saturday and Sunday for this series for sure. Obviously, with the map expansion, I'm just trying to upload everything as much as possible. And as you guys know, I like to kind of give you guys channel updates at the beginning of every episode. So that's kind of the plan for what's happening. Let's go ahead down here and discover this dealer while we can. It'll only take a second to turn down here, so we can discover the Scania dealer. All right, cool. Go ahead and make a nice little U-turn. Oh. I think I made a turn in a spot where it's not really possible to make a U-turn. Let's see. Don't hit that sign. Oh, can I not go on this? Come on. Let me go. No! It's an invisible wall. I've run into an invisible wall. Alright, let's back up. Alright. I just gotta not hit the sign. Forward. Alright, we're okay. Well, we got out of that jam. But we do discover a dealer. It is another Scania dealer, of course, so not exactly what I need. But, I'm not going to complain. I mean, Scania is what I have, so it is exactly what I need. It's just not what I need if I want to buy another sort of truck to complete that thought there. But, again, whatever it is, what it is. But anyway, I like to give you guys the channel updates, so I'm sticking to Euro Truck Sim for the weekend. And I do want to get that NHL series started. I'm going to try to play it on Saturday as much as I can, play a whole lot of games. That way I have a lot to upload, you know, as I said, over Christmas break. And I'm going to have to, you know, I'm going to have to spend the next week, you know, the next week will continue to be more Euro Truck Simulator 2 videos, mostly pretty much every day. That's pretty much what I'm going to be uploading for you guys. I might sprinkle in a GeoGuessr or something like that, but I think I'm just going to stick with the series now and play it as much as I can, just because I'm, you know, enjoying the new map expansion a lot right now. So I'd expect a video almost every day next week on Euro Truck Simulator again, and then after that, it's a weekend, and then it's finals week, so I'll be here for another week. So that's really 2 solid more weeks that I'll have to play Euro Truck Sim. But, you know, the last couple days I'm not going to be uploading Euro Truck Sim because I'm going to have to record 5 or 6 episodes in advance for Christmas break to upload on Euro Truck Sim. So I'm going to have to do that, and I'm going to come up with discussion topics and actually talk about them, because, you know, there's no way I'm just going to talk about what I've been doing the last week for that long. I mean, obviously we'll be exploring new parts of the map, so that'll be entertaining as well. But that's gonna kind of be the plan. As I said, I got to play a bunch of NHL as well, so I would kind of expect just, you know, whatever the uploads have been, probably continue. They'll be continued. I might save the NHL series to start until actual Christmas break, because the nice thing is I can record those at home. I just need to do all the gameplay. I have to record these here. I mean, I record them as I do the gameplay, but, you know, I can kind of do the NHL series in a bit of a different way, because I just take highlights from the games and all that kind of stuff. I do have to make sure I don't go over 2 terabytes of video files, because that's what my hard drive holds, but I don't think that's really possible to have over that much. That's going to be a lot of space to really fill up, so I kind of doubt that that's going to happen. But I guess you never know. I guess it could. Well, let's go ahead and go into the Suprema and pick up my cargo, the empty pallets, which were just fixed in the mod, in the economy mod, because I said that there was a problem with them, and then they went ahead and fixed them. Oh, was that gate not going to open all the way? Oh, come on. Are we going to get through? Yep. Works out anyway. Wow. I thought that would open all the way. Alright, let's go ahead and view the job offer, go to the cargo market, and Tampere, there it is. So we could go down here, we could go to Turku, but I want to head to Tampere and kind of loop around Finland a little bit. So 280 is what we'll be making. Look at that one. That's the same per kilometer. I guess that's just double the distance. But this is an important delivery. And it looks like it's not going to pay us much more because it's an important delivery. I wish it would. But unfortunately, it's the same per kilometer, so that kind of sucks. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and back this trailer in to start the delivery. Just gonna have to circle around like this. Alright, let's put it into reverse. And just slowly but surely back it into the spot. Trying to get better at this than I have been. Because as you guys who have watched this series have known, it's been an absolute disaster. It's been an absolute disaster. Backing into spots, getting the trailer straight, undercutting it, overcutting it. It looks like I undercut this one. I didn't turn in hard enough. It's not really cutting it. That's kind of a stupid phrase, but you know what I mean. Alright, we're gonna go for... I'm not messing around right now. I'm gonna actually go for a better entry than that. We have a lot of room to pull forward here, so we can have the trailer nice and straight. Alright, put it back into reverse. Alright, just slowly back it in. There we go. Alright, that looks good. Put the parking brake on. How do we do? Hey, it's maybe a tad off, but overall I'd say that's pretty good. So we'll go ahead and shut the engine off. Admire our beautiful Scania truck and trailer for a moment, and we'll go ahead and load this cargo, which will take about an hour. Alright, so we are loaded. We can go ahead and begin our drive. Let's take a look at our route. Looks like it's just on 12, Highway 12, all the way up to the end of 12, and then we'll take Highway 3 around the bottom of Tampere, and then that'll get us to where we need to go. So, should be a pretty quick and easy delivery, just 2 hours, 33 minutes. We'll go ahead and kick this up into drive and pull on out. And it definitely feels heavier. I mean, it's 22 tons worth of empty pallets, so I didn't know that empty pallets, literally just chunks of wood, could weigh that much, but I guess they can. I figured the potatoes we hauled the other day could weigh that much. I didn't figure the empty pallets would weigh that much. Alright. The nice thing is we haven't had to fuel up yet, so that's kind of good. Because I've been trying to think about, you know, the fuel cost and how much we're going to have to, you know, take out for truck maintenance and for fuel. I wonder, can I see my... there's no way to see my truck damage, but I don't think I have any right now, which is obviously important. Don't wanna damage the truck because that's expensive to repair. You know, this economy mod's not here to mess around. It's not gonna be easy at all. Just go ahead and snap the parking brake on here. I think I'm just gonna start doing that at red lights, cause watch. Oh, it's not doing it this time. But a lot of times this must be a perfectly flat land. It seems like if it's not flat with the new truck physics, it wants to roll forward or backwards, and obviously we want to have to deal with that. Alrighty. I like the birch trees around here. They look really nice. Can't really say if I've seen that many of them. On the flip side, that sky looks kind of dark, as if there might be some rain coming. I guess we'll see. That's a cool little truck going down there, too. And I like these Finnish fire trucks. They're real tiny. They're like half the size of an American fire truck. They're definitely different looking. They're kind of cool, though. Alrighty, so we just gotta go down here and then get on the highway. Looks like it's just a little bit further from where we came the last time. And there's actually a tunnel, too, so it's a bit reminiscent of being back in Sweden. SCS-43 on the back of the police car. Well, we know SCS Software is the name of the company that makes these games. I wonder what SCS-43 means. That's something I'd be curious to figure out. Oh, look, we just passed 1,000 kilometers on our truck. And that shows our speed. Did you check that out? There's a thing on the right side of the road. My eyes were inside the truck. There's a thing on the right side of the road that actually showed what our speed is. We have those in America. I didn't know they were in Europe. I mean, they haven't been on the game at all, but that's super cool. That's where we got to put the parking brake on, because look, we're moving backwards and I'm not touching anything, so that's where I gotta be careful about that kind of stuff. Nice little intersection though here in Finland. Alright, let's go ahead and get on the highway now. But I will say, so far, I've said it in the last few episodes, I am enjoying this map expansion. I read a few things on Reddit. People were worried that they were going to make the post-Soviet states, you know, Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia, and of course Russia, they were going to make them look too glamorous, too nice, and not as run down as they may be in real life. But the consensus seems to be that they kind of did a good job showing the, you know, the wear and tear that there are in a lot of the buildings there, a lot of the roads, and I've noticed it. I mean, the roads, you know, in Sweden on this game, the roads are all in perfect condition. There's no potholes, there's no ditches, there's no, you know, places where they've done just partial paving. They're all in just beautiful, great condition. But I've noticed in the Baltic states on the game, the roads are definitely not in as good condition. I mean, there are areas of patch paving, there are potholes, all that stuff is kind of around a little bit more. And I have to say that I'm very happy about that, because that's what it was when I went to the pro mods on my old profile here, and that's what I would assume it is in real life. Which, if it's that realistic, look at that statue, that's kind of cool. That's very unique. If it's like it is in real life, then, you know, I'd be impressed that Sweden has that good of roads. I'm guessing some of their roads aren't in that good condition, but perhaps they are. Perhaps they just upkeep their roads very well. I'm used to America, where I would say the roads in America in real life are a lot more like the Russian roads in this game, with potholes and all that kind of stuff all over the place. At least in Ohio and Pennsylvania, the two states that I spend my time in. West Virginia has better roads, though. Of course, in the South, they have much better roads because they don't have wintertime, so they don't have to worry about potholes. See right there, there's my speed. 30 kilometers an hour, just latched onto the car next to me as I went past it. I wonder if there's speed cameras that could give you a ticket for speeding. I know in the UK they have them on this game. I have not seen them anywhere else on the map, though, so I feel like it's a British thing, but I'm not really sure. Okay, a lot of red lights here. Getting out of Leyte is no easy task going through all these red lights. Slow down, speed up, slow down, speed up, that's what it seems to be. Alright, knockoff Jeep, I'll let you go ahead of me. And I guess it's not gonna rain. It seemed like it was gonna rain, but it ended up not wanting to. Alright, so now we're on 12, which seems to just be a country road. I wasn't really aware of that. I thought it was gonna be a more open highway. I'm once again used to Sweden, which has a pretty good highway network through the southern part of the country. Seems like in Finland it's a little bit more these one-lane each-way roads. I'm not going to complain too much about that. It is scenic after all. I'd say there's nothing wrong with having it like this. Of course, in real life you don't want to deal with traffic, but it is Finland. It's not the most populated place, so I guess it's not too bad. See, up here straight ahead, it looks like just a little gas station down there. It's interesting having gas stations so far removed from the road compared to right next to the road like they are in the rest of the map as well. That's another interesting thing I've noticed. Alrighty. Yeah, what a scenic back road this is. Where is this truck coming from? I think that's one of those intersections that I can't access every direction on. These turns are kind of sharp for maintaining 80 kilometers an hour. Kind of a windy back road here. Another river crossing. I'm still most impressed with the forest on here. I think they've made the forest look most realistic in this expansion than they have in any of the other ones. Look at that little yellow. Looks like a little taxi or something. Danish aggro. Okay. Nice little village. I bet right now in Finland in real life it's real, real cold. I've noticed we've had a much colder start to fall and winter than ever before, at least here in Ohio in real life. It's already snowed multiple times. When I was home for Thanksgiving break, we got snow, and just the other day we got about a half an inch to an inch of snow that came on the ground, fell on the ground, and it's just a little unusual for November down here in southern Ohio to have snow already. I mean, to have flurries is not out of the picture, but to have this much snow on the ground is a little unheard of. There's also been a lot of rain this year. I know that my hometown Pittsburgh is only 4 inches away now from having the rainiest year of all time, which is quite interesting. Considering, you know, all time is over. Oh wait, this is not where I turn. It's up here, isn't it? Yep, that would have been bad. Now we can finally get on a limited access freeway. That's what I like to see. Alrighty, to Helsinki, Turku. But anyway, it's just crazy how much rain we've had. It seems like all summer here in Athens, Ohio, and you know, really all year. I mean, in springtime the river flooded the worst I've ever seen. We actually had classes cancel for the day because they were worried the town was going to flood. That didn't happen. We didn't get the flooding we were supposed to get, but they had it canceled as a precaution. So that was pretty crazy, having classes actually be canceled. And then we've just had so much rain. I mean, the river's flooded a ton of times. Luckily, the river in the town I live in is actually built in a big ditch. There's a big levee on both sides. Look at this tunnel, by the way. Not to interrupt, but not to interrupt myself. But look, this is a really cool tunnel. The way it's just built into the rock like that, the inside of it, the concrete. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Anyway, the river is built in a huge levee. So back in the 60s, the river ran a different course through the city that it runs now. But it would flood so much that they would have to cancel classes literally all the time back in the 60s. They'd have to cancel classes multiple times a semester because the flooding would be so bad. And in fact, it was so bad that there's pictures from my campus in the 60s of people fishing outside of the second floor of their dorm room because the river had gotten all the way up that high when it floods, which is an absolutely crazy thing to think about, that it came all the way from the river all the way up to where the dorms and the apartment buildings are, and the first floors were just half underwater. I mean, it's deep enough to fish. So, I mean, I wonder how much water damage some of those buildings sustained back in the 60s. A lot of the dorm buildings from then obviously aren't around anymore, but the apartment buildings, I can see the ones that have the famous pictures of the water. Those ones are literally a stone's throw from where I live. I can see them out my window from the room I'm sitting in right now. So, you know, to think that how much water damage those bottom ones must have had on multiple occasions must have just been absolutely crazy. Check that out. Wow. City down there. Big lake. That's a huge lake. Starting to feel like Sweden a little bit now. There's just water everywhere. Kind of reminds me of driving into Stockholm just a tad. But anyway, let's go ahead and get the retarder on, see if it actually wants to work. There we go. That'll reduce our speed. See how much nicer that is than having to hit the brakes? You just turn that on and you can use the engine to brake. Let's get down to 50. Alright, very nice. See, I don't have to hit the brake, and that makes it a lot easier. That's why I'm glad I got that transmission with the engine retarder. Definitely makes things a little bit easier. But anyway, so the flooding was such a bad problem in my city. Tampere discovered! 7 out of 35, alright. The flooding was such a problem in my city that in the 60s, late 60s, they actually rerouted the river, and they built a levee around the outside of the town and that's where the river flows through now. I can actually, so interestingly enough, I live right on the river, on the new course of the river. The old course of the river, I believe, was directly where my apartment building is now. But the new course of the river is, you know, right next to where I live. And interestingly enough, what are these guys doing? Are they letting me go? See, the AI needs some work. Man, have we had some problems the last couple episodes. I can't even get in what I was trying to say because of all this. But they rerouted the river, and I can see where the levee is from my deck and from my window that faces out the front of the building, which is in my living room. And the interesting thing is, when the river is at a normal height, I cannot see the water. But if it rains a lot and the river gets really, really high, I can actually see the top of the water in the river from where I live. And last year, you know, last fall, it almost never happened. But from this spring all the way till now, I have been able to see the water, I don't know, I would say 9 or 10 times it's gotten high enough for me to actually see it from my... Wait a minute, we're going the wrong way. I've been able to see it 9 or 10 times from my window. And that's kind of my personal indication that I know that it's really high, because that's just how I can tell, because I can actually see it. So it's been actually quite crazy. Alrighty. Let's back this in. Definitely is making the videos longer, having to back in and unback in all the time. Alright, we gotta move forward a bit here. Looks like we got plenty of space to do that. Alrighty. Cool. Into reverse. Alright, let's just have this come out like this. Then just slowly pull it in. Gotta look out the other mirror a little bit. Make sure it's all good. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Straighten it out. This looks pretty good, folks. This looks pretty good. See, I'm finally getting the hang of these. I'm learning how to... The thing is, I'm learning how to set it up in the first place, and that's what's helping, so... Yeah, I mean, that looks pretty solid to me. I think it could be a little bit over to the right, but in a little bit straighter, but overall, I'd say that that is a pretty good job of backing in. So 3 hours, 30 minutes, 157 kilometers, and do we get to level 8? Yes, we do. So current company job offers, obviously. Let's see. We have the just-in-time deliveries. We could unlock urgent, but it's not going to be any more money, so I don't really think it's useful. I could do more long distance, but I'm trying to keep the ones good for the episodes right now. So I think I'm going to do the eco driving, because we'll save up to 10% of fuel when driving with the trailer. So we're probably going to have to max that out now. In terms of job offers, I want something short. Tampere to Tampere, that's a little bit too short. Down to Turku, 3 more hours. Turku, Sweden, Estonia, Uppsala, Tartu, and Helsinki. I think maybe I should head down to Helsinki. It's 3 hours 17. I don't want to go back to Sweden. That's too short. We could take these, that's a nice amount of money right there, by the way. 341, that's not bad. But I might have to rest in that time, so when's this one expected? Sunday. It's not expected till Sunday, so we could rest if we need to on the way. That would take us near those 2 cities. I'd like to go to one of those 2 cities, though. We're at the DSV. Let's see. Tallinn, I've already been there. I don't want to go back to Sweden. I want to stay in this new area. That's 3 hours and 17 minutes. Concentrate juice. DSV seems to really have everything. They must be a store that just sells everything, don't they? That's only an hour. Natural rubber, but it's 170 for a 1 hour drive compared to what? Yeah, 341 for 3 hours. That's actually more per hour. That's not bad at all. I kind of like this. I mean, it's just within Tampere. But also, maybe we could get one that goes to one of these 2 cities in the next one. Or we could head down to Turku. That would pay 341 in 3 hours. Divide that by 3, that's only like 130 an hour. That's more per hour. And then we could just sleep in Tampere and get a job from there. So yeah, we're gonna do that. 21 tons of natural rubber. Going from Tampere to Tampere. Alright, cargo has been loaded. Let's take a look at our route map today. It looks like we just have to go down this road, and it looks like we'll be near an airport, I think. I think those are airports. I'm not sure. But it looks like we'll just have to go down this road and head on. Looks like there's all these sort of back roads throughout Finland. So hopefully we can find a job from there, the rest of Tampere, up to this area. Because I'd like to be able to get to all the cities if I can before I leave Finland. But if I can't, well, I mean, it is what it is. As I said, I only want to go to cities by actually discovering them. Alright, let's head on out of here. Out of the DSV. Alright, who's gonna let me in? Whoa! Holy moly, that guy almost took me out. Wait your turn before getting on the road, I guess is the lesson learned there. My oh my. Alrighty. Look how beautiful that looks. What a beautiful truck and trailer. The best on the road in all of Europe, I think. The best on the road. So back to what I was saying earlier. Talking about flooding. They rerouted the river and I can see it when it's high. And it's been a lot this year. And the crazy thing is, so there's a bike path in the city I live in right next to the river. Watch out for these guys, don't want to have an accident. There's a bike path right next to it. And I usually ride the bike path to go to my grocery store. Because I prefer to... I have like this thing that goes on... It's like a bag that goes onto the back of your bike. And it's real nice, though. I wouldn't really call it a bag. It's more of a container. And it goes on a rack, which goes over the back tire of my bike. And I can... What I do with it is attach it, and then when I go get groceries, I put the bags in there, and then I can just bike back from the grocery store with my groceries. So I try to do that as much as I can. I haven't really done it much recently because it's been so dang cold. I'm not going to bike right in the snow. That's just, I'd have to bundle up an insane amount to be able to do that. So, you know, haven't really done it. But the thing is, I like to do it that way. But the bike path goes right down, kind of near the river, and where the levee ends and it just becomes a regular river again, the bike path is right next to it, and the little segment of the bike path has flooded probably 6 or 7 times this year, which is hard to believe, but that's what happened. It's flooded a lot. It's been an absolute crazy experience to actually see so much flooding happen in person, because it's just something you didn't expect. Next rest stop, 2 hours 47. I'm glad I didn't take the 3-hour drive, because we wouldn't have been able to do that one in time before I had to rest. So I would have had to rest somewhere and then deliver it in the early morning. But this will work even better, because with the time, it'll I can rest after this one, and then, or I can rest at the beginning of the next one is what I'll do in the next episode, and that'll work out just fine. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and exit here. That was a short delivery. Tampere to Tampere, still 39 minutes left. I saw someone on Reddit post that they had 100,000 miles put on their truck, and it seemed, or kilometers put on their truck, and it seemed like a lot. But I mean, I've already gotten 1248, but that's still a lot. I mean, that's taken me. Remember, I bought in Stockholm, and we've gone all the way around since. And if you think about it, I mean, I've only been driving for, you know, I've done a lot. I've done probably 2.5 hours of driving, so it's like 2 hours per 1,000 miles. So that's multiply it by 100. That's like 200 hours. So I guess it is quite a bit to get 100,000 on your truck, which is of course what we'll probably end up getting on this one before we decide to ultimately get rid of it and move on to something else in the future. But obviously that's a long, long way off. I'm just glad that I could afford a truck to pay off you know, counter out the loan that I got out right now. I mean, the money is just very slow to come in, but with the truck, it's kind of making it better. But I'm not making a ton per day, a little less than I thought. I mean, the resting time ends up more than you think, and it is what it is. All right. Go ahead and turn in here. Hello, police officer. No tickets, please. Already got lost 100 euros in the last episode, and that really sucked. Alrighty. Nokia to the left. Nokia's from... Is Nokia Finnish? I thought Nokia was... I thought that Nokia was was from Sweden. Maybe it's something else called Nokia. I don't know. That's kind of interesting. Another little bridge over a river. Oh, wow, check that out. That's like a... That must be some sort of hydroelectric heating place or something like that. That's quite cool. Alrighty. Go ahead and stop. Alright. Tampere, the other way. But we are in Tampere. It's a huge area. It's pretty desolate, but it's a huge area. There must just be like little towns outside of it that these areas are supposed to emulate. I really don't know. I've had a lot of thoughts about when they get to the parts of the country that I know in real life, how are they going to model those? How are they going to model Seattle? I'm really curious about that in American Truck Sim. How are they... I'm talking about American Truck Sim here. How are they going to model that? And how are they going to model Finnish tires? Very nice. How are they going to model that? And how are they going to model Ohio, Pennsylvania, West Virginia? I can't wait to see all that come out. It's going to be super exciting. What cities are they going to choose? Maybe in the 1 in a million chance they choose the city of Athens. I doubt it. I'm sure it'll be. I'm sure the highway that goes through it will be on there, but that'll be about it. Those are cool looking trailers. Very nice. I like those. Well, it makes sense that we're delivering natural rubber to a tire spot. I like when what you're hauling matches up perfectly with the place that you're hauling it to. And I gotta say, that fits in perfectly. And just like that, my driver's starting to get tired, so I think after this episode, I'm gonna go rest off camera. And then, that way in the next episode, we'll be good to go for our delivery. Because there's no point in wasting time in the episode by going to a rest stop. Alright, let's pivot, 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 come on. Oh, it's starting to rain, too. There's the rain that I thought it was going to do earlier. Just came a little later than expected, didn't it? Alright, let's straighten that out. Very nice. Alright, not bad. We just gotta get it over to the side a little bit here. Alright, chunk this into reverse. I was a little hard on the brake right there. This looks very good. Still a little bit to the side of where it should be, but straighten it out. Keep backing up, keep backing up. Alright, we can't back up all the way. See, I wish you could back up all the way to the actual loading gates, because that would be pretty realistic, but unfortunately you can't. Alright, that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead. Retarder, turn the engine off. How do we do? Ah! Very, very nice. It's very even. Very good. That's probably my best park job of all time. I came in, set it up perfectly. I'll take it. 71 kilometers. It took 2 hours, actually. So it took longer than expected. So maybe that wasn't the right delivery to choose. But I don't know. It is what it is. That's going to be it for this episode, guys. In the next episode, we are going to try to find a good delivery. Let's see if there's anything from this company to somewhere in Finland I want to go. Lahti, back where I came from. Turku. I want to see if I can get somewhere to Pori, though. So we'll kind of not... Although, hauling aircraft tires would be really cool, so... But it's an urgent delivery. I gotta sleep, and that's due... Let's see, Sunday at 1 o'clock. Maybe we should take that delivery. And then, you know what, guys? We'll take this delivery, and then the next episode, we'll begin this delivery. We'll head aircraft tires, because that's a cool thing to haul, down to Turku. So that's gonna be it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed. For now, we'll see you next time on Mr. F like 9916. Make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. Can't wait to explore more Finland. Peace.